Hi friends, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 useful minimalism tips that I used when I started being a minimalist almost 4 years ago. And know that these are not guidelines for you to follow, but rather an inspiration for you moving forward. And by all means, see which one applies to you or which one works for you according to your needs or according to your family settings. So I hope that you will find this useful. Now let's get started. My first step was my mindset shift. And I heard a minimalist guy once said, how would your life be better with less? And that question really stuck in my mind. I start thinking about the benefits of minimalism that I will be enjoying if I would jump in. And I've also evaluated my life. I was so exhausted organizing and reorganizing my stuff and my kids' stuff again and again. Getting rid of them, it was the answer. I felt like I need more energy and time for myself. And I also felt that I need more peace of mind and I need to improve my total well being. And so coming home to a seemingly empty and less cluttered space was what I needed at that time. Until right now, I still do. One of the benefits that really attracted me towards minimalism is our ability to retain more money to save and invest for our future selves as a result of not buying more. For me, this was really a process, lots of self-reflection and self-confrontation about why am I acquiring lots of stuff in my life. I've drowned myself with minimalism related videos, podcasts, and books, and I fall in love with that idea. And I finally told myself that I'm done desiring more stuff in my life. Shop with what you have first. When you're thinking of buying something before you head out to the store or browse online, search with what you have first because most of the time we already have everything we need. Or perhaps you already own something very similar to what you want to buy. So, for example, for me, if I wanted to buy a jacket, like I really need a denim jacket for myself, before ordering it online or going to a store, I would look into my closet. And for now, it's easy for me to browse into my closet because there's just a few clothes in there and I can see and I am well aware of what kind of clothing I do have. So I have to search those in my closet first. And then when I found that I do have a denim jacket, or maybe my sister could give me hers, then I don't have to buy that item in the store. And that saved me money right there. Next is to not feel intimidated. Minimalism is not rocket science. It is simple. There's no rigid rules to follow. Its main concept is removing excess. You decide what that excess look like in your life, in your family. You decide the number. You decide the number of clothing you want to retain. You decide the number of shoes you want to hold on to. And your minimalist way may be different from my way, of course, because we're all different and unique. And we need to embrace that uniqueness. And the beauty of this is that we can do minimalism in our own special way without passing judgment. Start now. Maybe you've heard about minimalism plenty of times, but wondering, is it even possible? I was there. And yes, it's possible. If I was able to do it, you're able to do it yourself. You don't need to think too hard, just jump right in. You don't need to get rid of everything. It's your stuff, so you got to decide. It's like a usual spring cleanup, but you'll just have to let them go instead of organizing those stuff. Start somewhere you're comfortable with. Like start decluttering your kitchen first before your closet. Where if you're like me, you're kind of attached to your clothes and it's a bit harder to let go. This is a sort of practice for us, and once you see the result, it will be easy to keep going and enjoy the process. I remembered I started decluttering or reorganizing my kitchen first because it's easy to let go of this duplicate can opener compared to letting go of my shoes. And so once I see the benefit of living with less kitchen utensils, then I was thinking that, hey, I love this process and will keep this going in my living room, in my family room, and in my bedroom. Make a guidelines or rules for yourself. For example, you'll say, I will let go of anything that is, number one, I wasn't using for 1 year. For example, clothing or shoes. And number two, I will let go of anything that occupies a space in my house that does not serve a purpose. So that purpose is either we're using it regularly or every day, or it gives me joy. For example, there's an ornament sitting on your counter, and whenever you stare at that ornament, it sparks joy in you, then it serves a purpose, so you can keep that. If someone would take a particular thing away and nobody would care asking where it was, then that's a clear sign that it can go. So nobody will notice that that item was gone in your kitchen, then probably it's time to let that thing go. Another rule is I will buy a new jacket if I am willing to let go of my old one. So you're not accumulating an old jacket while you're buying a new one. So in minimalism, you can still enjoy buying new stuff, but instead of adding that to our existing belongings, we are letting go, either giving it away or donating those items to other people who may enjoy those items. Start slow. It's a journey for most people. Some people will do it in 30 days, but for most of us, this is a slow process. Give yourself some grace to give some time to let go of those stuff. And Marie Kondo would say, thank you to those belongings before you let them go. Give yourself permission to have a maybe box. So that's when you must decide whether you're ready to let go of a particular belonging or you are still holding into it. Hide it somewhere and wait if you're going to look for it within a year. If not, then you can let it go. If you've reached this far, I'd like to thank you for your time watching this video. This is the 2020 rule, and this is very popular among the minimalist people. One thing that prevents us from getting rid of our belonging is the idea of what if we will need this in the future? This 2020 rule says if you can get that item for $20 or less in 20 minutes, then let it go. You can modify this, like if you're living in the Philippines, you can have this rule, like if I can get this item for 100 pesos within an hour, so I'm close to that store, I can just easily buy this item, then I am okay to let this go. I wouldn't hold onto this thing. So next is I would ask question before I bring something into my life. And this has been very useful for me. That question is, can I afford it? That means, can I pay it in cash? If I'm using my credit card, that means that I cannot afford it. Do I need it? Or do I have similar item with this one? Or will I use this every day? Is it comfortable with me? I have lots of those questions in mind that will help me think if it's really worth my purchase. One of the important things also that I ask is, do I have space for this item in my closet or in my house? If the answer to these questions is not a big yes, but just a maybe, then I challenge myself to just forget about that purchase. And of course, I'm not perfect in this area. I'm not asking this question every single purchase, but I think 90% of the time I challenge myself to really stop, evaluate, and ask these questions, because there's power in stopping or in pausing before you buy an item or before you click that add to your cart button. Last is to stay motivated and remember your cause. This is so powerful because we are all human beings and we get tired, we get disappointment along the way, but it's important to get inspired from each other to continue to this journey. There are tons of ways to stay motivated. One key is to have a community, a support system, have someone you can chat with about this and who cares about your values. In short, get yourself an accountability partner, someone whom you can talk about your small wins, your failures without judging you, and someone who can actually talk to you straight on which area you can improve and who will support you in this minimalism journey. Finally, I kept reminding myself why I'm doing this, why I'm having this goal to maintain a peaceful and organized home, to be able to manage and be better financially. And whatever your motivation is, maybe saving more money to pay off debts or to save for emergency funds, or maybe having more time to spend for yourself, for your family, and to restrain from getting stressed out or yelling your children from messing out their stuff. Whatever your goal is, it's important to remind yourself that you're doing great and that you can keep this going. Well, thanks again for watching. I hope that you find this helpful. If you want to support my channel, don't forget to subscribe or hit that like button and share this video to someone who may benefit this video. And together, let's inspire each other. Until my next one, take good care of yourself. Bye. Whatever your motivation, I think it's really whatever. Quiet, quiet, okay?
Quiet lang, like.